Hello, Jason Nelson here. Just wanted to show off that I'm playing around with my bcf2000. It's a behringer. It'll emulate a Mackie mix and some other things. I wrote a bit of Pascal code to interface with it so I can do some fun things with it, and I'm just showing off my unit test here. So first thing I guess I implemented was just a simple way to interface with code to the BCF, and I just wrote a bit of simple code here, and I'll show you that if I slide this fader, it's going to change the lights at the top. I'm going to move this fader. Just real simple to prove that it works. So I can slide all three of these, and they all move. These three and these two, so it's just tied to the channel. I can kind of do whatever I want with it. It's just a little bit of code. The other thing that you can do then is you can twist this one at the top just for demo purposes, and it'll move the slider around. So I can do that for any of these. Then I implemented an architecture because for the purpose I'm going to be using this, I need to be able to track all kinds of different things. I'm going to be using this for lighting and equalization and mixing and other things like that. So I can come into my unit test program and keeping the BCF object instantiated, I can switch the data source from which it gets its data, and I can do that just by clicking this button. And my second data source that I've implemented is a little bit different, and it's actually going to, if I can find the code here, it's implemented on a timer. If I go to my, trying to do this all one-handed here, forgive me. Go to my main form and I click on my timer. Actually implemented a sine wave, and I'm just going to go out on the rotors and the sliders on a sine wave, and we'll see what that does. So if I come back here and I click this data source 2 button, it'll switch the data source. So now we can see my sine wave pattern going in. It's going into the top as well. There's a number of different modes you can run these lights in. I'm just picking a width mode, but there's different modes. And here's a sine wave at the bottom. And if I come back and I switch it to my data source 1 instead of data source 2, everything goes back to where I remembered it before. So that'll be useful for when I want to be switching between pages, controlling lights, controlling equalizers, then controlling track levels. And now it's going back to operating the way it was earlier. And then if I just for example, if I push all these down, so all the faders are down, and then go back to my sine wave program, and then I click DS1 again, they'll all be down. And there they are. So, I don't know. Fun little weekend project. Have fun.